Hi students, today in this class we are going to discuss about general properties of d block elements. We have daily contact with many transition metal. Ion occurs everywhere from the ring in your spiral notebook and the cutlery in your kitchen, automobile, chips, buildings and in the hemoglobin in your blood. Titanium is useful in the manufacture of lightweight, durable products such as bicycle frames, artificial hips, and jewelry. The chromium is useful productive plating on plumbing fixtures and automotive detailing. To know more about these elements, let us have closer look at their various properties. General characteristics of D block elements. 1. Metallic nature. Second one, melting and boiling point. Third one, ionic radii. Fourth one, ionization potential. Fifth one, electronic configuration. Sixth one, oxidation state. Metallic nature. All the transition elements are metals. Similar to all the transition metal display metallic properties are such as metallic luster, hard, high tensile strength, ductility, malleability, and high thermal and good conductor heat and electricity. Except of the metal, group 1, group 2 and group 11 elements. Group 1 means alkali, group 2 means alkali earth, group 11 elements copper, silver, gold and ranjan. They are all are soft. All the other transition metal are hard. Most of the transition elements are hexagonal closed packs, cubic closed pack or body center cubic, which are the characteristics of true metals. Melting and boiling point. The so high melting and boiling point. This is due to the overlapping of n-1 into d orbital and covalent bonding of the unpaired d orbital electrons. Zinc, cadmium, mercury have totally filled n-1 into d orbital. They cannot frame covalent bonds, thus they have lower melting point and other d block elements. The strength goes till d5 configuration and then decreases as more electrons get paired in the d orbital. Why d block elements have high melting and boiling points? Melting and boiling points are high. A large number of unpaired electrons take part in bonding, so they have very strong metallic bonds and hence high melting point and boiling point. Chromium, molybdenum and tungsten possess the highest melting and boiling point in the series of elements. Manganese and titanium have half-filled configuration resulting in weak metallic bond and abnormally low melting and boiling point. Group 12 zinc, cadmium, mercury have no unpaired d electron and hence no covalent bonding. Their melting and boiling point will be the lowest in this series. Atomic and ionic radii. Atomic radius of an atom is defined as the distance between center of its nucleus and the outermost shell containing the valence electron. The atomic radius decreases along a period as nuclear charge increases and the extra electrons are added to the same subshell. The 3D transition element, the expected decrease in atomic radius is observed from scandium to vanadium. Thereafter, up to copper, the atomic radius nearly remains the same. As we move from scandium to zinc in 3D series, the extra electrons are added to the 3D orbitals. The added 3D electron only partially sealed. The increases nuclear charge and hence the effective nuclear charge increases slightly. However, the extra electron added to the 3D subshell strongly repel the 4s electron, and these two forces are operated in opposite direction, and as they tend to balance each other, it leads to constancy in atomic radii. At the end of this series, d orbital of zinc contain 10 electrons in which the Repulsive interaction between the electron is more than effective nuclear charge, and hence the orbitals slightly expand and the atomic radius slightly increases. Generally, as we move down the group, atomic radius increases. The same trend is expected in d block elements also. As the electrons are added into the 4D subcell, the atomic radii of the 4D elements are higher than the corresponding elements of the 3D series. However, there is an unexpected observation in the atomic radius of 5D elements, which have nearly the same atomic radius as that of corresponding 4D elements. This is due to the Lagrange contraction. The ionization energy of d block elements. The ionization energy is the energy is needed to remove the valence electron from the atom and ion, and is directly related to the force of attraction on the electron. Hence, a large nuclear charge and the smaller the radii of the electron, the larger will be the ionization energy. The ionization energy also will be more for half-filled and fully filled orbitals. Periodic variation in period. We move from the left to right along a period. The valence electron are added to the same cell. At the same time, the proton are added to the nucleus. This successive increases of nuclear charge increases the electrostatic attractive force on the valence electron, and more energy is required to remove the valence electron, resulting in high ionization energy. The ionization potential of d block elements increases from left to right. The ionization energy of the primary transition element increases with increases in the nuclear number. For example, chromium and copper have high energy than their neighbors. The increases in the first ionization enthalpy with increases in atomic number along particular series is not regular. The added electron enters n-1 into d orbital, and the inner electron acts as shield and decreases the effect of nuclear charge on valence ns electron. Therefore, it leads to variation in the ionization energy values. Periodic variation in group. The ionization energy decreases down a group. As we move down a group, the valence electron occupy new cells. Thus, distance between the nucleus and the valence electron increases. So, the nuclear forces of attraction on valence electron decreases, and hence ionization energy also decreases down a group. But 5D transition element ionization energy increases than 4D transition elements. The reason, f orbital electron enter in the cell. So, due to poor shielding effect. Example, nickel 28 4D transition elements, and the platinum 78 5D transition element. The ionization enthalpy values can be used to predict the thermodynamic stability of their compounds. Let us compare the ionization energy required to form nickel 2 plus and platinum 2 plus ion. Since the energy required to form nickel 2 plus is less than that of platinum 2 plus, nickel 2 compounds are thermodynamically more stable than platinum compounds. Oxidation state. The oxidation state is where the atom appears to release or gain electron more than usual valency state. The transition element have variable oxidation state due to very small energy difference between n-1 into d and ns subcell electrons from the both the subcell take part in bonding. The number of oxidation state increases with the number of electron available, and the decreases as the number of paired electron increases. Hence, the first and last elements show less number of oxidation state, and the middle element with more number of oxidation state. For example, the first element scandium has only one oxidation state plus 3. The middle element magnesium has 6 different oxidation state from +2 to +7. This element copper shows +1 and +2 show state only. The relatively stability of different oxidation state of 3D elements correlated with the extra stability of half-filled and full-filled electronic configuration. Example, manganese 2 plus is more stable than manganese 4 plus. The oxidation states of 4D and 5D metals vary from +3 for yttrium and lanthanum to +8 for rubidium and osmium. The highest oxidation state of 4D and 5D element are found in their compounds with the higher electron activity elements like oxygen, fluorine and chlorine. For example, rhodium tetroxide, osmium oxide, tungsten chloride. Generally, in going down a group, a stability of the higher oxidation state increases while the lower oxidation state decreases. It is evident from the Frost diagram that del G is equal to 0 versus oxidation number as shown in below. For titanium, vanadium and chromium, the most thermodynamically stable oxidation state is +3. For iron, the stability of +3 and +2 oxidation state are similar. Copper is unique 3D series having stable +1 oxidation state. It is prone to disproportionate to the +2 and 0 oxidation state.